So today we will talk about analysis and design of work. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever felt very busy, working all day, but the result did not really improve? This situation often happens because the problem is not about working harder. The problem is about how to work, its structure and design. That is why work analysis and work design is important. And then, what is work analysis? Work analysis is the process of understanding a job in detail. It answers questions like what tasks must be done, and then what responsibilities are included, what skills are required, and what standards must be achieved. In simple words, work analysis helps us clearly understand what the job really involves. Without analysis, people may work without clear direction. And then, why is work analysis so important? So, work analysis helps organizations to avoid unclear responsibility, prevent overlapping tasks, identify skill requirements, and improve efficiency. When roles are clearly defined, employees understand what they must do. This reduces confusion and increase performance. And then we go to what is work design. After analyzing the job, the next step is work design. Work design means organizing tasks, responsibility, and authority in structured way. It focuses on how tasks are arranged, how work flows, how employees interact, and how motivation is built. Good work design ensures the employees are not only productive but also motivated. There is a kind of types of work design approach. There are several common approaches. Number one is job simplification, breaking work into small tasks to increase efficiency. And then the second one is job enlargement, adding more tasks at the same level to reduce boredom. And the third one is job enrichment, giving more responsibility and decision-making authority. And then the last one is job rotation, moving employees between tasks to develop skills. Each method has its purpose depending on the organization needs. And then we go to the main goal. The main goal work of analysis and design is to ensure that work is structured clearly, efficiently, and strategically. Because working hard is not enough. Work must be designed in the right direction. And then we go to the conclusion of the chapter 4. Work analysis help us to understand the job, and then work design help us structure the job properly. When both are applied correctly, organizations do not just stay busy, they become productive and effective. And then thank you for me.
Okay, today we're going to discuss about human resource planning and recruitment, how organizations ensure the right people are in the right positions. First, my name is Sandiwara Prayoga. I'm from Management International. And I'd like to present human resource. Many organizations think the solutions to work-related problem is to add more people. But before recruiting, the main question is what kind of people do we need actually? This is where human resource planning comes in. It helps organizations understand about the directions of their goals, the work structure that is needed, the capabilities the team must have, not just increasing the headcount. Human resource planning answers the key questions. First, what positions are needed, how many people are required, and then which skills are important, and then when does positions should be filled. So, at the end of the day, decisions are not random, but based on real needs. Once the needs are clear, only then do we move to recruitment. Recruitment is the process of finding people who best match those needs, not just whoever is available. The sequence should always be understanding needs, and then designing the structure, and then recruiting. If this is reversed, what usually happens is people are hired, but their roles are unclear. In organization practice, the most common mistake is recruiting people first, then figuring out their position later. So the result, overlapping responsibilities, and then critical gaps, and then people potential is underutilized. Human resource planning built the framework. Recruitment fills that framework with the right people. They are only integrated process and cannot be separated. Human resource planning builds the framework. Recruitment fills the framework with the right people. They are not integrated process and cannot be separated. This is also reflected in the TV series of Peaky Blinders. Tommy Shelby doesn't build his team randomly, but assign people based on strengths and functions. Some handle strategy, and some operations, and some negotiations. The team works as a system, not just collections of individuals. At this point, the difference is clear. Reactive organizations, they recruit in panic. Strategic organizations, planning before recruiting. So, most of the time, human resource planning provides directions. Recruitment ensures that directions is execute the right people. When both work together, the organization doesn't just move, it grows with a strong structure. So that's all from me. I think you can. I hope you learned something new about from my presentations. Thank you very much.